Well, today we are on the normal desk. So my workbench is kind of full of another project right now. But I wanted to get a video of this little guy before I pass it on because I've taken delivery on it for another friend. And I don't want to reveal too much because there's going to be a project behind this that we're going to reveal at a later date. But I wanted to kind of just get this out there because this is so cool. And you might think, well, why is it in a MacBook box? What is this? Well, it is a MacBook. That much I can tell you. And here are the specs. Nice and zoomed in there. Core 2 Duo. This is I believe a 4,1 MacBook with a Core 2.4 Core 2 Duo, circa 2007. So this thing's about 10 years old now. But there's something a bit unique about this machine, and I'm sure a lot of you already know what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and open it up, and we'll see exactly what is so unique about this MacBook. Oh look, the display is already right there. Now we have a box here. The 3-prong extension, which is still sealed. I don't have an actual power adapter with this, and I'm borrowing one. But as you can see, this is not a MacBook. This is a mod book. And it is a MacBook. As you can see, the mod book was basically the iPad before the iPad for Mac users, or Apple users, I guess, because if you wanted a tablet, because many people, before the iPad was a thing, many people were clamoring for tablets, and, well, this was kind of the answer to their wishes before the iPad came out. And the iPad really wasn't even answering their wishes, so to speak, because, I mean, to be honest, the iPad was kind of underwhelming because it ran iOS. People wanted a Mac OS X tablet, but this was the answer to those prayers. Basically, a company called Axiotron, as you can see on here maybe, took Wacom displays and kind of just integrated them into the MacBook chassis as they did here, and this is what you got. A tablet display bonded to the MacBook chassis, and unfortunately this is permanent. You can't just flip this up and get your keyboard. Your keyboard and trackpad are completely gone. But yeah, this is, actually I would say the iPad Pro before the thing, because you get a pen with it. Let's go ahead and get this set up a little bit better. Alright, and now you're going to hear the sweet ambience of falling rain as we demonstrate the mod book. Now, in the box, we got this little guy here. This is basically just an extra pen and a bunch of niblets. And we have the standard card of Apple accessories. You do get a special mod book CD that I guess has the mod book oriented installer, because you don't have a keyboard or a mouse with just the mod book. You do need a keyboard and mouse if you want to use anything remotely resembling a traditional experience. Otherwise you're going to be using your pen, because this doesn't have any way of detecting finger input. This is all with a pen, so, and it actually kind of works out that way, because then you don't have to, when you write, your palm can't interfere with its recognition of the pen. So, without further ado, let's get this thing powered up. And it does run off the battery, but I am actually trying to charge it, so let me go ahead and just plug this in. And here's our power button. Now, this thing has hardly been used. I think it was used like maybe twice and then just left in its box to rot. But pretty much, the story is this was actually bought from a piano manufacturer, believe it or not, and pretty much the story was they used this for interfacing with some of their piano software before the iPad came around, and then the iPad got introduced and they migrated everything off the iPad. So this is kind of a relic from a bygone era. So yeah, here we go. We are just in macOS 10. And just seeing this display after being on a Retina display for so long is so jarring because it just looks grainy and ugh. But if we go into About This Mac, and as you can see, just hovering the pen over, go into About This Mac, and we are running on the 2.4 GHz Core 2 Duo, 2 gigs of RAM. So, this is a MacBook 4,1. And it does still have its stock hard drive, as we can see here. Oop. And let's see how we demonstrate this. We do have an App Store, which is kind of shocking. I actually forgot the App Store does work on macOS 10.6. So let's go down to Applications. The pen isn't terribly accurate for just mousing around the OS. But I mean, I could see the appeal of it. It's pretty nice when you actually sit down to write with this. So I'm going to go ahead and start TextEdit. And I find it more to click on things to use the eraser, because then you can just tap to select and press down to actually do the thing. And now we have here, and as you can see, the palm rejection, because it's not capacitive. So I can just, you know, come in here and go like this. It's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and do some handwriting. Now, what I'm going to do here is actually all OS X's inbuilt handwriting recognition. This does have its, I believe, some utilities for the mod book specifically. But I haven't really messed with them much because they're, whatever. I don't feel like messing with it. But this does have handwriting input. So I just go trying to write around the tripod here. I didn't capture any of that because I right clicked. Let's try that again. My handwriting is kind of haphazard. But if you just draw back, tell you backspace, so now I can correct myself and be like, okay. And there we go. It's acceptably good. Like, I don't have a problem with it. In comparison to using handwriting recognition, because I did actually own a tablet at one point in my life. Trying to remember, it was the HP TouchSmart TM2. Not sure the specific model number, but its handwriting recognition was garbage compared to this. So this is actually not terribly bad. And then just keep tapping, and there we go. So let's see if I can write myself on here. Nope. I do want to try Photoshop on here, but I don't have a version that's going to run on here handy. I mean, there is CS2, but I'd have to go download it, and it's just, I don't really want to mess with that too much right now, because again, this machine is not actually mine. I'm not going to be holding on to it for very much longer. I only took delivery of it because I lived close to the person selling this. But yeah, what its fate is going to be determined, and it's going to be pretty damn cool. But I'm not going to spoil the surprise just yet because this thing is going to go far. It might actually even see more use after it's finished being messed around with. But before we do wrap this up, I do want to show kind of around the OS a little bit more. Go to System Preferences. We do have a pen tablet thing here, and that gives us options for the pen, and we can change advanced, click and tap. I'm not gonna mess with that because I already know how it works for right now. Yeah, we can do that. Then we have calibration, which works kind of as you'd expect on like an old Palm phone. Just tap the X up here, down here, tap, let it do its thing. Pop-up menu. Don't know how any of that works. We do have a music tablet folder, or I was reading the wrong thing. Pen tablet folder here. That's if we want to get rid of it, I guess. But yeah, it's a pretty neat little thing. Did I remove it yet? No, I did not. That's not what I wanted to do. It's also not what I wanted to do. There we go. But given that this is a 10-year-old machine, I'd expect the battery at least to be somewhat not good. But as you can see here, this battery is actually in really good condition despite being 10 years old. Actually, I wonder if I can tap this. No, it doesn't save data. It would tell me the specific data manufacturer, but it is charging, taking a full charge it looks like. But it's actually over its rated capacity. That's kind of crazy. And it's only got 5 cycles on it. This battery is pretty much brand new. And we're going to take a look at it before we really wrap this video up. But let's go ahead and shut her down. Actually, wonder if that'll... There we go. I'm not sure what this button does. I have not seen it actually work yet. So let's go ahead and put this away. Pen stores neatly in the side. And go ahead and pull this off here. Bring the mouse pad over. I really don't want to scratch this thing up because, I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the video, only the feet have any kind of, any sort of resemblance of like this thing has ever been used. The plastic is in pristine condition, pretty much no scratches anywhere. It's beautiful. So, let me go over here. Wait a minute. We can play it safe here. Wow. Huh. Oh yeah, because they had to remove, because this is part of the top case right here, so they removed all of this. Assembly and warranty, Otherworld Computing. Interesting. And this is the serial number of the actual computer. Interesting. Designed by Axiotron in California. I don't know if they're still in California. I know ModBook is still around. It is a ModBook Inc. now, but not actually certain if they are still in California or if they do anything with Other World Computing. But this battery is actually older than the system itself. 2006. But it's pretty much brand new. 2006 battery, and it's still holding a charge. That is beyond crazy. No swelling that I can see either. Oh yeah, it goes in this way. So yeah, this is kind of a very rare specimen. Almost wish I could have it, but nah. Probably just sit doing nothing, unfortunately. But this thing has bigger and better things to go do. I am going to quickly clean off the feet, though, make it look brand new. Like, look at that. Like, there's like almost no grime on the feet. That's crazy. This thing is pretty much brand new. It's crazy. Yeah, pretty much that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to show this off before, again, I have to hand it off to its new owner. So yeah, that's a ModBook. Not very common machines these are. And I know the company is still around. I know they've had a few crowd funds for newer ModBooks, but I don't think they ever went anywhere because I can't seem to figure out how to actually buy one right now. So yeah, it says a lot. But anyway, I'll see you guys later.